Their sleek hardware designs give gamers the chance to play hard. But the markets are as tough as a world-class esports showdown. Can this company's evolving tech make the stock a logical play for home gamers?
In a brutal market like this one, it's always good to circle back to high-quality companies with powerful secular growth stories. But what do you do when well-run companies go out of style for a moment on the Wall Street fashion show? And that is the question we need to ask about Logitech International, the maker of computer peripherals like keyboards and mice, along with headphones, mobile speakers, remote controls, expensive high-end gaming equipment. The best, people say. For years, this stock has been a fabulous long-term performer, but it got hit along with everything else in the fourth quarter. Then when it seemed like Logitech had gotten its mojo back, the cut report a month ago, I loved the quarter, but the stock got slammed. Even though they delivered a top and bottom line beat, investors took profits. Management left their forecast for 2020 fiscal year unchanged. And so I have to ask, has Logitech come down to the point where it's too cheap to ignore? Let's take a closer look with Bracken Darrell. He's the president and CEO, to learn more about how his business is doing and where it's headed. Mr. Darrell, welcome back to Mad Money.
Thank you very much, Jim.
All right, Bracken, I'll tell you what I do. I like to look at quarters in a vacuum.
Okay.
I don't like to look at what the stock's doing.
Okay.
Because it influences my thinking. It influences too many investors.
Yep.
I read the quarter.
Yep.
I said, wow, he shut the lights out. This was really a dynamite quarter. And I'm beginning to think that there's some sort of funk developing here. I am not kidding, Bracken, because I read it. I parsed it line by line.
Yep.
You're doing new things. You're in video conferencing. That's not just e-gaming, okay?
No.
You're doing this virtual reality. You're well ahead of everybody else. Are we just in some sort of, because of the trade war, or people feeling down about things? That's the only explanation I can come up with.
Well, I think at the end of the day, we've had such a nice, long, strong run.
And you're up 16% for the year.
Yeah, we're doing fine. And it's been a long run, but I'm a very long-term person. Look, we have three major secular things that are driving our business. Gaming, you and I have talked about a lot. That's not going to slow down. It's going to keep going. It'll have its ups and downs, but it's going to be a long-term secular growth trend. The second one is video everywhere. Every room that has a telephone today will have video at some point, and that's what we do for a living in that business. That grew 44% last quarter.
But no, that's Zoom. I'm paying a huge amount for Zoom, and I'm paying very little for Logitech. I don't need you to trash Zoom. It's a good company. I know them from when they were at Cisco.
Yep.
But you're offering a very similar product.
Not at all. What happens if you get Zoom in the room or you get Teams from Microsoft in the room, you need the equipment to enable them. That's what we do. So we partner with Zoom or partner with Microsoft. So we're actually complementary to them.
It's hard to understand. And then you're also, you still make the best peripherals. I was thinking, well, maybe people have cut back on things that I know I regard as necessities, because I love your stuff. But maybe, maybe this is now, like, people are saying, wait a second, I'm feeling down about something. I don't know what they're feeling down about. When you have 3.6% unemployment, this is what you buy.
Absolutely. And we're actually kind of sturdy, even if there were a recession or something. If you're going to a recession, video saves you money. I always say, if you go into the CFO and you say, hey, you can cut your travel 40%, and you'll pay off the video enablement of that room in one saved trip. So I'd say all of our businesses are relatively recession-proof or recession-resistant, and they've got massive secular trends behind them. Even our PC peripherals business, Jim. You know what's driving that now? Instagram, podcasting, YouTube, streaming. Kids are getting, or people are getting on there and they're broadcasting. They're using a mice, a keyboard, a microphone.
Right.
So all three of them are driven by these big long-term secular growth.
But how about if I come back and say, well, wait a second, I bet you there's Chinese parts in here. He's got to relocate. He's got to go to Vietnam. He's got to go to Cambodia. He's got to change the supply chain, or else he's going to have to raise the price of everything on this table.
Well, you'd be right if we go to list 4, and even before list 3, we're already there. So we do, but you know what
those are the different kinds of tariffs.
That's right, the different tariffs. So we essentially as a business model, we've moved things in and out of our own factory on a regular basis. Okay. Every quarter we move something. So moving them in and out of China, if we have to, and we are, is something we're good at.
China, though, a lot of people tell me they don't want to move because the Chinese are very good manufacturers. Are you able to find quality manufacturing away from China?
Yeah, a lot of the people that we're moving to are actually Chinese manufacturers moving into other countries, moving into Malaysia, moving to the Philippines, moving to Vietnam. Do
you have percentages right now, or does it just fluctuate?
I couldn't give you a percentage, but essentially whatever categories of ours are hit, we immediately look at, should we move out? And then this, as a backup plan, if as an additional plan, we'll raise price if we have to.
You will, and you think that these, are we talking about things, people are talking about $800 per family more because of tariffs. I think that's too high.
It sounds high to me.
Right. right?
It sounds high to me.
But I mean, it would be instead of it would be like a little bit less than what a big sale. You know what I mean? Fair?
You know, it depends on the category. You know, for us, if we have to raise 25%, that'd be pretty tough. So we'll try to offset as much of that as we can with cost savings by moving things in and out. And then whatever the difference is, if we can raise price, we will.
I guess people must think there's going to be margin pressure from what you just described.
Yeah.
Now, I'm in the elevator today. I look up and it says Logitech introducing new virtual reality pen. And to me, this thing sounds incredibly cool. I know it's not on the table yet, but this is the kind of cutting edge thing that you've got that nobody else has.
It is so cool. This is not it. This goes with the iPad. But if picture something like this, a little bit thicker, and then for the first time, you can have the precision. You can write on the table in 2D, or I can sit here with HTC Vive on, and I can draw myself into a building. I can draw the building. I can draw a window. I can draw a door, open the door, go back out, move the building over here. So it's a way to create. And whether you're an engineer, at Vector 5, we worked with them on a new helicopter. They worked on a new helicopter using this pilot edition. It's called.
But this is fantastic. I mean, I've been involved in many situations within the last couple of years where I had to draw something that was 3D.
Yeah.
And there wasn't any ability, so I'm doing like the chiaroscuro, like that I looked in 11th grade, you know? And I look at it, it's like, well, hold it, wait a second, is this realistic? Yeah. But this is the answer for architects, for designers, for people who want to take something and go sell it on Etsy or on Shopify.
Absolutely. Or for people who are deep designers in the car industry, they're going to start using these. So it's very early days. I don't want to overstate anybody who's investing in this. This will be years before it really becomes significant. But we want to be part of the VR mixed reality world. We want to be the peripheral maker of choice and the one who helps shape those. So that's why we got into this.
Well, look, gaming's going strong. I know we always talk about gaming. I wanted to talk about the other exciting things you guys do. We don't give them enough credit. The video conferencing, these kinds of things, and just the high-end equipment that I guess may have to cost a little bit more because of tariffs, but I don't see anything on this table you can live without these days.
No, these are must-haves.
Yeah, they are. They are for my kids. Maybe not so much for me. All right, that's Bracken Darrell, the president and CEO of Logitech. Look, I mean, maybe it's caught up in these trade wars you just heard, but the quarter was fabulous. The year's been great, and the trajectory has been like this the whole way. Mad Money's back after the break.
Thanks, Phil.
Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.